Namaste. I welcome you all from core of my heart. Before we begin, let us invoke the universal prayer. Oh, O hidden life, vibrant in every atom. O hidden light, shining in every creature. O hidden love, embracing all in oneness. May each who feels himself as one with thee know he is also one with every other. Let us be silent for a few seconds. Welcome back, uh, dear brothers and sisters. Actually, these two letters, both the letters were written by one of our inner founders, Master A. To one gentleman, E.W. Farn, was a young Englishman born in India, and the inner founder, Master M, tried to make him as a people. This is relating to first letter, the letter number 75. Because at that time, at a relevant time, Blavatsky already left India. We all know the reasons behind her leaving India. So, in order to make another person a center of magnetism, that is relating to wordings given by Brother C. Jinarasa in his forward to this letter. And other reason is Brother Fan, E.W. Fan, who was somehow the secretary of AU Hume, and also some kind of position Brother Fan is holding as secretary of Simla Ecletical Theosophical Society in October 1882. But in spite of effort, somehow or other, some effort was made from the side of Master A.M. He failed as a people. You see, even if Master having so much power, wisdom with them, even if they try to make one as a people, the onus burden lies with people, with the student to proceed in the path. If he fell, please go. If he fell, then master cannot help him. So that is the reason. That is the reason. We are told even master cannot help us to make us as a disciple. In several letters, Mahatma also tells. So, onus, so burden, everything depends upon the student of theosophy, members of theosophy, to proceed in the path of self-purification. So, in this letter number 75, for having so much clairvoyance, everything he had with him, even our inner founder tried to make him a disciple, but he failed. He failed. That is on this letter relating to this letter. Then letter number 76 also, another interesting letter relating to doubt. Suppose while in the traveling in the path, if we have a doubt on the wisdom of the teachers, masters, which is available with us, or doubt with their plan, divine plan, doubt within us that I cannot travel, then also the position will be very difficult. So, brother, I tried my best to present the letters through PowerPoint. So, let us go for the PowerPoint presentation. So, this first I have already given in a brief that why Fawn ultimately failed. There's the forward written by C. Jinaraja Dasa. How it is relevant? The following, kindly see the wordings, letters of the wordings given by Brother C. Jinaraja Dasa. The following letter is at Adair. Mr. E. W. Fawn was a young Englishman born in India who was tried as a pupil by the master. This bold letter, I added it. Master M. He had certain possibilities, he had certain latent possibilities. And had he succeeded, it was the master's plan to make him a center of his magnetism. He was some sort of a secretary to Mr. A. O. Hume, and was elected secretary of the Simla Eclectical Theosophical Society in October 1882. However, he failed as a pupil. So, as I have already narrated, so everything depends upon the would-be disciple or who will be aspiring to become the disciple. Even if masters in this case tried to make him disciple, that was not successful. Ultimately, he failed. So the reasons are there many. We have ego, we have self-centeredness. That we have to purify yourself. So that is the reason Mahatma several times said, self-purification is not the work of a day. Yes, it may take lives together. So here is the reason what C. Jinadasa in his forward mentioned. So he failed as a people. So we'll go to the next slide. There are interesting things mentioned. There are two entries about Fawn, about him in Colonel Olcott's diary for 1882. On August 18, Henry Steele Olcott was in Ceylon. HP being in Bombay with an inverted comma, night visit from Master M, who directed telegram to be sent to A. Hume about Fan's visions, cannot understand. Olcott mentioned he cannot understand. On November 27th, in Bombay, the entry is a brother showed himself in the lower terrace to a number of delegates. A brother means Master M. At that time, because they have given promise during the probation period of Theosophical Society, they will help the society to stand on its own feet. That is the reason Mahatma wrote letters. Mahatma appeared taking a lot of pain in his physical body. He came to all the way from uh, to Bombay to appear. Then next, Brother Raja mentioned, aim orders me expel fun. Means some kind of work fun had done. That is the reason Mahatma ordered Henry Steele Alcott to expel him. Reasons not given. What is up? Then second incident, which quoted by C. Jinadasa in his forward to this letter. On December 6, Mr. Fawn himself came to see Colonel Alcott and explained certain matters, which the colonel saw necessitated the expulsion. Necessitated the expulsion. The reasons are not physical at all, but are purely on the material plane. The regions were not psychical at all, but are purely on the material plane, dealing with the business transaction. I presume, Brother Sri Raja mentioned, which I underline, it was at this time that Fawn returned the letter with a photograph which the master had given him, for they are at Adair. So that was the reason. Even if master helped him, given him a letter and also his own photograph, then this gentleman Fawn was not successful in his efforts, or otherwise in his ego, he has doubt, he has at that time he was not perhaps interested, perhaps like even today, many are very serious students, many are very devoted to the organization, but somehow or other they change the track. They move this organization to that organization. Same thing happened here. For he again joined in another organization. He again joined, I am repeating again, he joined in another organization. So we have till now, even today also, there are many serious students initially, but somehow or other, something happened to them, they changed the track. And here in this case, Fawn returned the letter given to him by Master M and a photograph which the master had given him, for they are at Adair. Those things are now Adair. When reading, this is another siege, very interesting forward, because siege Jinardasa, I am told very when I was young that he is the last direct link with the masters. He was the last direct link with the great ones, and he was the president when he left. When he was alive, he could have continued another term, another 7-year term, but he left presidency, handed over his ring to brother N. Sriram. So his forward is also quite interesting. Sorry. When reading the letters of Master M, we must not forget that he is quite different temperament to Master KH. We all know there are 7 temperaments. So 7 temperaments are headed by 7 masters. Master M is a fast ray, administration, king, all these things he was holding. Master KH is philosophy, teachings. So he is holding secondary. So here, Brother Raja mentioned that he was quite different temperament to Master KH. He is far more steeped in Indian atmosphere than his brother. Both show a keen sense of humor. Both masters, the both inner founders, show a keen sense of humor. But while that of the master KH is more akin to the French notion of wit, that of the master M is far more allied to the Greek tragedians meant by irony. If you go through these sentences, the master sometimes ironically given many instructions to us through their letters. But we are very, sometimes we are critical, sometimes we are not able to understand because the uh, narration is quite not understandable to us. But here, Brother Raja mentioned, irony excludes ridicule completely. It contrasts with a great inspiration in the glimpses gain of things seen from his angle of vision. The word irony sometimes create confusion, but if we go deeply within it, you will get more inspiration from it. So, Brother Raja mentioned irony is not ridiculing to us. Irony is giving some clear-cut instruction to the would-be disciple. Then we will go to the next slide. Actual letter number 75. The inverted comma within, that is Mahatma M quoted from the letters of Fern. Greetings to my still faithful Chela. You will mark how Fern uh, is not able to succeed uh, in his effort to become the disciple. Even if Mahatma's blessings was there. Thought the father dead Chela. Father means when a disciple is accepted by Mahatma, So Mahatma became father, he is became son. So the relationship between son and father, which brother Lidwitter mentioned clearly in Master and the Path. Clearly, Master and Path mentioned the Guru became father and he accepted him as son. So the second point is thought the father dead. Chela question. Well then no, Shoni, to what that long silence, that more surprise than grieved you is due. I think we don't have that letter which was written by Fon to Master M, but Master M remains silence. So maybe the fun idea is why he remains silent. So many things came Fon's mind. So that is the reason that long silence, that more surprised than grieved you is due. It is your favor in which I am noticed. I am notified that the packet was delivered to its addresses that upset my usual placidity. The next sentence, two or three sentences I contains beside the news are well calculated to make even an adept scratch his head. So the letter was letter show written by Fon to Master M created some kind of problem. What is that? We will go to the next slide. Problem in this sense, in the material world, we will get a letter. So this is not so and so, so it is a problem for us. But in master's case, that was not the problem. Problem in the physical world, it will seem that master tried to help him, but it was the person who would be helped to become a disciple was not successful. So Mahatma mentioned in the next slide, especially solemn and mysterious is the one that begin with, as you know my father, I belong, etc. And referring to a certain secret society. There are many secret society, many things are going on. So, Fawn, who was secretary of a eclectical theosophical society, but somehow or other he changed the track. He joined in another organization. So that is the reason why Mahatma mentioned an adept scratch his head. Then second point here, this news that you belong beside the Theosophical Society to another organization, to another society of in which no one member knows the other, and one that neither practices nor tolerate deceit, filled with me, filled me with awe and admiration, no less than that other piece of news that informed me that some of its members claim to know and communicate with me. So in that letter, Master M able to know that Fawn has joined in another organization. When there is no question of any psychical or any kind of practice, and members have no connection with the other members, and some of its members claim to know Master M and communicate with him. That was the um, that was the points Master mentioned in this letter. You can see there are many people at present also. Same thing they are doing. They are organizing living, not living exactly, but some other joined and involved in that organization. And they are also claiming, no, no, the head of the organization is also direct disciple of so and so. So these things, even today, we are also quite aware of all these things. So here the clear-cut point that master also observed on how he joined in another organization, what was going on there, and he also to prove that he also joined in another organization where the members are in direct communication with Master M and no masters. So these are the Master M in this letter. Then we will go to the next slide. Alas, notwithstanding your assurance, as you know, I confess to my great shame that I know very little of it, probably owing to your usual precaution. Hitherto, you had locked it up so safely in a remote corner of your brain and composed your mind so well when writing to me that, of course, I was unable to get at it. Kindly see this second point what Mahatma tried to make. Even if you, at your remotest brain, if you keep something very secretly and hoping that master would not able to know it. Huh? But the great teachers there, all powers, wisdom with them, they can go to the any extent to means they can their consciousness is so vast, so subtle, so minimum stage they can know everything what a would be disciple or a what disciple if they if they are making any effort or not making any effort. So everything is clear before them. So uh, as if here for locked that he's joining in the other organization, he's working, etc., etc. That is the reason Mahatma. So when writing to me that of course I was unable to get it. So here Brother C. Janarasa mentioned irony and ridicule. Here is a clear-cut instruction for us. If we are involved in Theosophical Society organization, we can straightforward have a full faith on their work, their power, their capacity, then only we will get something, whatever in a today Mahatma letter quotation, according to our effort, according to our devotion, we will get benefit. If we make effort about, say about 5%, we will get benefit 5%. If any one of us get 50%, equally we will get 50% benefit from the organization or from the great ones. So it depends upon us, depend upon me, how we will make effort to proceed. Then next slide. Yes, we know little of it. Too grand and respectable for us. Too grand and respectable for us. Just imagine how Brother Raja mentioned this letter contained irony, not ridicule. Too grand means that organization too grand, respectful for us. Altogether, notwithstanding the acquaintance claim, notwithstanding the acquaintance claim. There are many members of that organization say, no, no, we know him, we know the masters, we are in so direct communicate with them. Second point, and since regardless of its carbonary like character, that precludes the possibility of one member knowing any other member, you still seem to know several of them who claim to know and hold relations with me. First, you think there are no communication with each other, but second, I know many who are direct communication with the masters. I must naturally inform that you are very high in it. Its president, perhaps the high venerable master. So, changing up a track is not suitable for us. For any member, whether you are in this or that, it is different thing. If you are in a particular spiritual path, let us pursue it, and you will reach your destination. But if we still here, still there, and in another place, naturally, while traveling in the two boats, you will be fall. Many things will come. So next slide will say, well, this suspicion led me to think that one so high in a society that neither tolerates nor practices deceit could not care to our poor brotherhood that does both regarding its probationist, hence my silence. So when Fan wrote a letter, Mahatma remained silent. So what is the reason? Mahatma here given in this letter. This suspicion, then suspicion of a form. So at present, we theosophy member, if we develop suspicion, then naturally Mahatma will not get any kind of help, or we will not get any inspiration from the masters. Masters are always there from the beginning of the human race till the human will complete its cycle. They are there to help us. But if we develop doubt, suspicion, naturally they will not help us. They have several works to do. They are waiting for us. If we proceed one step, they will run towards us. But it is we who have to take the first step. So when the suspicion is there, by in the case of Fon, in case of we, the members of the Theosophical Society, thinking that this organization is a society is so high. So here Mahatma mentioned in the slide, neither tolerates nor practice deceit, could not care to our poor brotherhood that does both. Both means tolerance, means the natural phenomena regarding its probationist. So that is reason Mahatma mentioned then silence. But since our following you, but since in your following you so touchingly complain of not having been blessed with the communication from me, I am again constrained, Mahatma mentioned, to infer that you have not yet thrown us altogether overboard, our deceitful ways notwithstanding. I am repeating it here. This is more important sentence. But since in your following, you so touchingly complain of not having been blessed with communication. In now Theosophical Society, there are say about 30 to 40,000 members. In EST, throughout the world, if you can say 4 to 5,000 or maximum 6,000, 7,000 members. Out of these 5, 6, 7,000, you can imagine how many are in serious student of Theosophy or practicing daily life their Theosophical teachings. Just imagine yourself how we are serious in our study, meditation, selfless service. Unless we do that, unless we develop purification, self-purification, study, etc., etc., how can you get communication? How can you get inspiration? It is not possible on our part unless we take the first step. If we won't take the first step, naturally there will be no communication. Here the same thing. I am again constrained to inform that you have not yet thrown us altogether overboard. Our deceitful ways notwithstanding. Mahatma means our deceitful ways notwithstanding. And that, next slide, and that even everything done by you to show your distrust of us. Can you see this? Show your distrust of us. Since that letter of yours was penned, was again done, not keep on the safe side with us, but with the same laudable motive of serving the cause. Same thing is going on now. Even if people are there, they are posing that they are doing a lot of work for the Theosophical Society. Many things are doing. Oh, we are serving of the cause, we are serving of the masters, but they are actually not a member, not a student of Theosophy. Same thing is going on. Yes, truly, my son, Mahatma Master I mentioned to fun. Yes, truly, my son, though so much doubted and maligned, you are grand in one certain direction at any rate. Still, Mahatma, hopeful. Still, he addressed fun that you have the doubted mind, you are still grand in one certain direction at any rate. Then next slide, Mahatma mentioned, in consideration of all this, I send the promised chela. Mahatma sent a chela to a disciple to him. Chandra Keshav, Vasav Chandra Keshav, Babaji Chandra Keshav, whose rather savage appearance you will excuse, will explain to you this situation far better in words than any letter of mine can. Master M sent a disciple to Paul to explain many things. You will have to accept his conditions, or my grief notwithstanding, we shall have to part company. So Mahatma giving last opportunity that if that is not successful, we have to part company. Meanwhile, next slide, my beloved son and faithful Chella, do not think of me any the worse if I close this letter with sending you a second warning. Mahatma given a second warning to Brother Fan, who is a secretary of Simla Ecletical Theosophical Society. At that time, it was there in Dehradun. You are still loving Master Air. So these are the letters. In this letter, Mahatma, what Brother C. Jiranas have told us, that there are many ironical wordings given to members at that time. So also it is applicable to us. Uh, why we are not serious? Why we are not serious? So in this connection, I am taking you to the next slide, where in one of his letter, Master K.H. wrote something about Brother Fan. In his letter number 75, old letter number, Mahatma letter number 53, Mahatma K.H. wrote something about Fan. brother fun. When you take candidates for the challenge, how it is relevant? You just go through it, and if you have that big voluminous book, you can go to the letter number 75. It is there. When we take the candidates for the challenge, they take the vow of secrecy and silence, respecting every order that they may receive. Every order they may receive. That was the condition. And order and secrecy at that time Mahatma given. Now those who are serious, they will get many things, many communication through many sources, that they have to maintain secrecy and silence. Respecting every order they may receive, one has to prove himself fit for chelaship before he can find out whether he is fit for adoptship. So when you get any communication or any inspiration or anything you receive, whatever the may be the source, keep it to yourself. Secrecy, silence. Don't explain or don't disclose it to others. That is the test. That is the test of a disciple. Fun is under the probation. Then Master K.H. wrote, fun is under such probation. How he maintaining secrecy and silence. And a nice mess they have prepared for me between the two. As you already know, from my letter to him, he did not interest me. He did not fun, not interested, Master Case. I know nothing of him beyond his remarkable faculties. Why Master M tried to make him as a disciple? Because he has some fun, has some remarkable faculties with him. Maybe in a previous incarnation he has developed that. What is that faculty? Clairaudience, clairvoyance. Even if that remarkable faculty with him, even if at present there are many members of society, they have a very power that they can read the mind, they can observe many things at a psychical level. But that is no way helpful a member to become the disciple of the masters. Same thing here he written. His powers for clairaudience and his still more remarkable tenacity of purpose, strong will, other, etc. So all these things are not anyway helpful unless you purified yourself. Self-purification is the one thing which is required. Neither clairaudience nor clairvoyance, nothing will help you unless you purified yourself completely. And he has also a loose immoral character for years, for years. Sorry. So these are the case letter in letter number 75, Mahatma letter number 53. So we will go to the next slide. Next slide is that is a forward. It is a very small letter. I just quoted forward of C. Jinadasa. After my vicissitude and the following letter is now at Adar. It was for long with the late Professor Jain Wanwala, who with the Prince Hari Singh Ji, Rup Singh Ji joined the society 1882. If Brother Gohil will hear it, it is relating to Bhavnagar. King Bhavnagar also, King of Bhavnagar, Hari Singh Ji, Rup Singh Ji joined Theosophical Society 1882. Both HVB Colonel Alcott were at Wadhan in Kathiawara on June 20 to 23, 1802 as the guest of the ruler. Daji Rai was the Thakur Sahib of Wadhan, a cousin of the prince. This letter must have been precipitated during that visit. It was folded, this letter is available in the Adair archives. It was folded triangularly, is addressed to the Honorable and Doubting Company. It addressed to Honorable Doubting Company. And those who, members of Theosophical Society, very respect Honorable and a doubt. They are full of doubting company. Who I gather consisted of a doctor of the Bhavnagar railway staff, who was an atheist and an excellent, sorry, excellent, sorry, excellent disputant, and who will always quarrelsome. Mirza Murad Ali Beg, an Englishman born in India, who had turned Mohammedan, was the chief cavalry officer of the Maharaja of Bhavnagar, Professor Unwala and some others. Prince Maharaja was a staunch theosophist to the end and donated in the name of his wife second Trilliothan, which is west of the headquarters hall at Adair. Those who have visited Adair, while you from main gate you enter, you will first you will see the Trilliothan, then going towards our Bhojan Sala New Cotton. On the right side, you will see another Trilothan, which is the west of the headquarters hall at Adair. I may be wrong, but I think that was the second Trilothan. Then this is the letter in which Mahatma wrote in his, Master M wrote in his own hand. That is in his letter number 76. Very interesting letter for the members who are always in doubt. To all those whom this may concern, to the honorable and doubting company. If you have a doubt, then many things will happen. You will go, you will leave a theosophy meeting, you will go to other places. Many things will be there. If you have a doubt, not consciously, unconsciously, if you have a doubt, what the people are members of theosophy are doing, so you will go to the other organization, you will do other work. I have many work to do. Why should I go there? Study, meditation, many things that you will hear. So this letter 76 is a concern with the honorable doubting company. Mahatma mentioned, Master M, foolish are the hearts. See, the master's M word is very, very strong. Foolish are the hearts who doubt of our existence or of the powers our community is in possession for ages and ages. For millennium years, Mahatma mentioned, this organization, White Brotherhood is there. Maybe there at that time there are great rishis are there. Now the present are great rishis will be there and in future also. So don't doubt their existence or their powers, because they possess it for ages and ages. Would that you would open your hearts to the reception of the blessed truth, obtain the fruit of arhatship, if not in this, then in another and better rebirth. So, clear-cut guidelines Mahatma given. Open your heart to the reception of blessed truth. Where is blessed truth? In theosophical truth, occult doctrines are there. Not only theosophical truth in a theosophy text, but also Upanishad, Gita. Many things are there which is suitable to you, which is liked to by you, whether in secret doctrine or Mahatma letter or divine, whatever liked by you, you just choose it. So open your heart to the reception of the blessed truth. Obtain the fruits of the arhatship. Arhatship means Paramahansa, fourth initiation. So slowly we will reach that. If not in this birth, but in a better rebirth. So Mata mentioned that start here. Why will you wait to the again better rebirth? This is an ironical statement. Master M, who is for us? Master M asked, who is for us? Answer. So here in this sentence, last sentence is completed. Again, I am quoting from Mahatma letter, Master KH letter number 15, Mahatma letter number 8, that big book. Once fairly, those who have a doubt, you will see what will happen. Once fairly started, on the way to the great knowledge, theosophy or occult knowledge, to doubt is to risk insanity. Pagalami. Doubt is to risk insanity. To come to a dead stop is to fall. Come to a dead stop means we will not study anything, means it is a fall. To recede backward is a tumble backward, heading headlong into an abyss. Abyss means deep down. So if you turn backward, means you are proceeding. If you return back, you will fall in the khai. So here with this, I complete my presentation. Thank you for listening. Any comment after Minaki's Hindi translation? Thank you. Minaki, now your turn.
सभी को नमस्ते और थैंक यू ब्रदर महापात्र जी। आज हम लेटर नंबर 75 और 76 ले रहे हैं जो कि मास्टर एम ने लिखे हैं। लेटर नंबर 75 यह पत्र मास्टर एम एडमंड डब्ल्यू फर्न को लिखते हैं दिसंबर 1882 में। मास्टर कहते हैं कि मेरे अभी भी निष्ठावान चेले को अभिवादन। आपने सोचा फादर यानी मास्टर जीवित नहीं है ना? तो फिर बेटा यह जान लो कि वह लंबी चुप्पी जिसने तुम्हें दुख से ज्यादा हैरान किया अभी बाकी है। मेरे नाम पर भेजा गया वह पैकेट उसके पते पर पहुंच गया है। उसने मेरी प्रायः रहने वाली शांति को भंग कर दिया। यह आपकी मेहरबानी है। खबर के अलावा उसमें 2-3 वाक्य ऐसे थे जिससे एक सिद्धहस्त भी सोचने के लिए मजबूर हो जाए। खासकर गंभीर और रहस्यमयी वह वाक्य है जो इन शब्दों से शुरू होता है। मेरे पिता, जैसे कि आप जानते हैं, मैं एक सीक्रेट सोसाइटी से जुड़ा हुआ हूँ। यह खबर कि आप मास्टर कहते हैं कि यह खबर कि आप थियोसॉफिकल सोसाइटी के अलावा एक अन्य सोसाइटी से जुड़े हैं जिसके सदस्य एक दूसरे को नहीं जानते और जो न तो धोखाधड़ी करते हैं और न ही उसे बर्दाश्त करते हैं, इससे मैं अचंभित और मुग्ध हो गया। यह बात उस दूसरी बात से कम नहीं जिसने मुझे अवगत किया कि इसके कुछ सदस्यों ने मुझे जानने और मुझसे बातचीत करने का दावा किया है। अफसोस, आपके आश्वासन के बावजूद मुझे इसके बारे में थोड़ा बहुत ही पता है, शायद आपकी हमेशा की सावधानी की वजह से। अब तक आपने इसे अपने दिमाग के किसी दूरस्थ कोने में इतनी सुरक्षित तरीके से बंदिस्त कर रखा था और मुझे लिखते समय अपने मन को इतने अच्छे से शांत कर लिया था कि जाहिर है उस बात तक पहुंच नहीं पाया। यह सच है कि हम इसके बारे में बहुत कम जानते हैं। उनके जान पहचान के दावे के बावजूद यह हमारे लिए श्रेष्ठतम और सम्माननीय बात है। और क्योंकि यह कार्बोनरी जैसे गुप्त संगठन होने के बावजूद जहां एक सदस्य दूसरे को नहीं जानता है, फिर भी ऐसा प्रतीत होता है कि आप उनमें से कई लोगों को जानते हैं जो मुझे जानने और मेरे साथ संपर्क रखने का दावा करते हैं। मुझे जरूर यह अनुमान लगाना चाहिए कि आप इसमें बहुत उच्च पद पर हैं, शायद इसके प्रेसिडेंट हो, अध्यक्ष हो, या यानी महान वंदनीय मास्टर। खैर, इस शंका ने मुझे सोचने पर मजबूर किया कि एक ऐसा व्यक्ति जो किसी सोसाइटी में उच्च स्थान पर हो, जहां न तो धोखेबाजी को बर्दाश्त किया जाता है न ही करता है, वह हमारे बेचारे सिद्ध संघ का हिस्सा क्यों बनना चाहेगा, जहां परीक्षार्थी यानी परीक्षा विधीन सदस्यों के साथ परीक्षार्थियों के साथ दोनों होता है। इसीलिए मैं चुप था। लेकिन तुम्हारे पत्र में तुमने मुझे इतनी दिल को छू लेने वाली शिकायत की है कि मेरी ओर से तुम्हें पत्र व्यवहार का भाग्य नहीं मिला। इसलिए मैं पुनः यह अंदाजा लगाने पर मजबूर हूँ कि आपने अभी तक हमसे पूर्णतः किनारा नहीं किया है। हमारे धोखेबाजी के तरीकों के बावजूद और यह भी कि आपके लिखित उस पत्र में आपने हम पर भरोसा न दिखाने के लिए जो कुछ भी किया, वह फिर से हमारे साथ एहतियात के तौर पर रहने के लिए नहीं, बल्कि क्या हमारे उच्च ध्येय के लिए नेक नियत से किया गया था। सच में माय सन, इतना संदेह और बदनामी के बावजूद आप किसी भी कीमत पर एक दिशा में महान हैं। इन सब बातों के मद्देनजर मैं प्रतिज्ञाबद्ध चेला चंद्रकुशों को भेज रहा हूँ, जिसके अति सामान्य रूप रंग पहराव को आप नजरअंदाज करें। वह परिस्थिति को मेरे किसी भी पत्र से कहीं अधिक उचित तरीके से आपको समझाएगा। आपको उसकी शर्तें माननी होगी, नहीं तो अनिच्छा से हमें जुदा होना होगा। इस बीच मेरे प्रिय पुत्र और वफादार चेला, यदि मैं तुम्हें एक और चेतावनी के साथ इस पत्र का समापन करूं, तब मुझे आप बुरा न समझें। अगला पत्र मास्टर एम मुराद अली बेग को लिखते हैं। मास्टर कहते हैं कि वे लोग मूर्ख हैं जो हमारे अस्तित्व पर शंका करते हैं या उन सिद्धियों पर शंका करते हैं जो हमारे सिद्ध संघ के पास प्राचीन काल से है। काश आप दिल खोलकर उस पवित्र सत्य को अपनाते और इस जन्म में नहीं तो किसी और अच्छे जन्म में अरहत होने का फल पाते। आगे वे मास्टर लिखते हैं कि बताए हमारे साथ कौन है। इस पत्र के पीछे लिखा है, उन सभी के लिए, यह पत्र उन सभी के लिए जिनसे यह बात जुड़ी है, संबंधित है, उन सम्माननीय और शक करने वाले गुट के लिए यह पत्र है। थैंक यू, नमस्ते।
Where am I? Background.
Yeah.
Thank you, sir. Anything? Sir, namaste.
Namaste, namaste.
Anything, sir, you like to add?
You want me to add? Very. If any doubt is there, let them ask. But we have cleared very nicely, and more instructions masters have given to the would-be chela. So, the very important point that we must understand, we should have a living faith in the perfected beings. The
Yes,
masters are existing, though suspicion itself changes our track. So be careful. What is required, you have explained very well. Trust is the foundation of relationship with the master. Such trust will also enable to connect with our intuition. Second qualification, faith, that involves belief in something greater than oneself. So if we believe greater than oneself, then that belief itself guides to the divine purpose in the midst of uncertainty. Of course, life is uncertain, death is certain. So in this life, amid of uncertainty, that faith will guides us towards the purpose of life. Life has a purpose. It is not your and mine life, but the life in general has a purpose. And the third qualification required, devotion. That relates to especially concept of surrender, love, commitment. So these are the factors of devotion. Such bhakti leads to mukti. So true theosophy is the great renunciation of self. True theosophy is a great renunciation of self, refers to transcend our ego, shifting focus from personal to impersonal. So who is for us? That is what Master has asked in this question. Who is for us? So one who has this trust, one who has this faith, one who has this devotion of surrender, renunciation of self, he is on that side. He is for them. So the energy we carry into anywhere either it lifts us or lowers us. It depends entirely upon us. But again, I am giving force because at certain level of consciousness, if you reach to a certain level of consciousness, that individual becomes a beacon. Means light to not only to himself, but to light to others. But to raise that level, only few can become that beacon. Otherwise, as we study, the human brain and mind is completely conditioned to deconditioning one's mind and brain. What is required? A little attentive. That changes our thought, means that changes our mind, means that changes our mood, and keeps us on the track. So this is what we learn from this letter, because warning is given by the masters to all chelas, and we must remember this. This is what you have explained very nicely, Mahapatra ji. Very slowly but wholeheartedly you explained it, and we liked it. Thank you very much. Because these all words of masters need to go deeper and deeper into our consciousness. Thank you, Meenakshi ji, for a translation also. Thank you for giving me this opportunity.
Anyone like to add anything? Sister Lakshmi, Jitendra sir, or Bimal ji?
Yes, sir. I can, I can just give my opinion, but I might be wrong. So I'll share because this is my current thought process. See, as I understand it, in the 1880s, around the time all these letters were being written, the masters wanted the highest amount of support for HPB because they had sent their agent out in the world. And this agent needed a lot of help. But today's time, no such agent of the master is out, at least to our knowledge, out in the world. And these masters, after we read their occult status, where they are in the occult hierarchy, they are so high up that they are taking care of the work of the planet. And in that context, obviously, they will seek people who will influence the whole planet. So we, as I see it, the members of the Theosophical Society today who are members aren't those kinds of people who can influence large numbers of other people. Like they are not such influencers. They are all working for their own self-purification and work for their own path. But will they be useful for the master's work, which is the work for the whole planet? I'm not sure. Most of them are not. 99% people are not useful for the master's work who are taking care of the whole planet. For example, you take this ecology activist called Greta Thunberg. She is a young girl and she has done a lot of activism for all kinds of ecological projects. Don't know whether these people are the ones who are really helping the masters. So who are helping the masters today? But I think that when we are members of this society, our role, I'm actually tempted to think that William Meader, who talks about now the master's influence is in groups, is on groups, not on individuals, may be right. William Meader often talks about it in his videos, if you see. He says that now the masters give the influence to a group. So we are a group. We are a group of 24 people who are interested in this study. So the influence comes through the whole group. And the whole group is developing certain things or working on certain things and improving certain things. So this is how I think we can sense the influence of the masters, but not directly. That's my to aspire for it for a direct connection with the master is asking for too much. That is my opinion. I may be wrong. I may also change my opinion afterwards. So currently, this is my opinion. That's all. Shinti can you please say your comment on my opinion, sir?
Brother Jitendra is coming over. Yes, sir, Jitendra, sir.
Yeah, if we
You
trust
are
our
very
master,
correct, Vimalji. Very, very correct. Because have faith in yourself. Who are with us means if we are really honest to ourselves, means step by step we are going towards that. It is step by step, I am telling, because whole human brain, human consciousness is contaminated. And to become free of those contamination is not easy. But be with this satsanga, be with what you have decided, be with yourself. That is what enough. It is not that we are not working. We are with them. And who is the master after all? It is within us. When we understand this, when we conceive this, that the master is within us, then we can establish our link with ourselves and have confidence. That confidence itself takes us. And you are very correct. Be on it. It is this determination helps us to go ahead. No question whether the master will recognize or not. But we must be on the track. Once we have decided means that it will help you, that will take you, because there are many paths. All paths go to the, just like all rivers merge into the ocean. So in the same manner, we all are going with that universal consciousness. So we are on the path. Don't worry. You are
Thank you.
right. You are right. Jitendra was talking something.
Yeah. I totally agree about this, about the trust that the masters are talking about. How much trust do you have on them? So whatever is written in the master's letters to APCnet, every letter is written to our individual self. It was not written to APCnet. It was written
Right,
to
right,
us. So just a simple thing, for example, how many of us, the Theosophical Society members, have stopped taking chocolate, for example? The master says should not take chocolate.
Okay.
So it's such a simple thing, but it's very, very important. If you do the research on it, and then you find out why they are saying not to eat.
Yes. Yes,
So
instruction not only given to like Bhagavan Sri Krishna, not given instruction to Arjuna, it is given to whole humanity.
yes,
So the masters are also given to uh, not only the whole humanity but to each individual to look within. That very very nice opinion,
yeah,
sir. Thank you.
right.
Okay, okay, sir. So kind of.
Chocolate
Vimalji,
in what context it is said? Chocolate in what context it is said?
the people should not take sweets or something like that. He mentioned in the Naplet.
No, no,
Vimalji, are
Jitendra
you
was
ready?
telling.
Kindly sing the closing prayer. Vimalji.
Uh, no, it's written that because there's some secret ingredient they use. The manufacturers they use. There's something which is not very good for us, for the
Okay.
humanity, for the body, for the
Uh-huh.
mind, for the emotions.
Acha.
Yeah.
If it is,
You can
I
you
read
can.
if it is
somewhere,
prepared, if it
but
is
I have
prepared from
forgetting that.
the
You
one
rightly
minute,
reminded me.
if it is prepared from
Hold
the
on a second. Hold on a second. I'll come back on the page number. Read the page number 448.
448.
448, I think. Hold on a second.
chocolate, come on.
Yeah, 448. Page number 448. The old version.
Old version.
The
Okay.
last paragraph. The last paragraph says, you use too much sugar in your food. Take
Oh,
fruit, bread, tea, coffee, and milk, and use them as freely as you would like to, but no chocolate.
okay, sir. So kind of you. I read it, but I have forgotten. Okay.
I
Yes, we.
stopped taking chocolate for last 1 year, and I tell
Okay.
you, it's like a quantum jump of of having the knowledge, the wisdom.
Thank
It's a, it's
you,
a
Jitendra ji.
it's a very small thing, but how many people have read this sentence?
Yes.
So they, instead of
And
Thank
then I
you,
went
thank you,
to
Jitendra.
Wikipedia
Ah,
about the chocolate,
yes.
and and I think you can open it on Google and check it out.
Okay. Okay,
Okay.
Vimalji, closing prayer.
Thank you so much, everybody, for a lovely session. Thank you, Pradip ji. Thank you, Shinde ji. Let's all join together in the closing prayer. Om Asato Ma Satkamayam Tamaso Ma Jyotirgamayam Mrityorma Amritam Gamayam Sarve Bhavantu Sukhinah Sarve Santu Niramaya Sarve Bhadrani Pashyantu Ma Kaschid Dukha Bhavet. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti.
Thank you, Vimalji.